Greetings, members, one and all of the greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. Let's try that again. There is no do-overs in a live. That's right. When I mess things up, it is there for all to witness. And here, I'm going to spend the next 17 minutes talking about that verbal faux pas that I had at the very beginning of this live stream. Let's get into it. No, we're just going to get into it anyways. We're a little bit early here. Yes, indeed. Good to see you guys. Welcome. Glad you're here with us tonight. All right, very good. Now let's get into some of the comments and see what some folks are saying here. We've got this from Rock GTR 66. What's the difference between buying and stacking? He asked. Good question. Is stacking a regularly scheduled buying versus an occasional buy? Not really. When you buy things, yes, I guess you can. Regularly scheduled buying does not necessarily mean you're stacking per se. When you're stacking, you're buying the same thing and you are literally putting on top of each other. You're storing it away, or the same type of thing, at least, same metal, that type of deal. I guess it could relate to other things as well, but buying certainly is something buying occurs whenever you're stacking, but stacking is the act of storing what you buy. So in other words, you can buy regularly silver and sell it in between purchases and never get out ahead. You're not stacking anything. You're just buying and selling. And some people do that as well too. But regardless, here we are. But that's the difference there. So when you're stacking, you're literally storing away a product, and that's really what it's about. When it comes to precious metals, I can't think of anything better to stack than silver. All right, good to see you guys. Welcome, one and all. We got Angry Buffalo Stacker here. Dennis Niemeyer's here. Richard Metcalf is here. West Texas Stacker. We're a little bit early here today, because I have to leave a little bit earlier. We are expecting a couple of scammers to call us. We'll see if they actually pull through with it. We'll find out. Let's get to the next comment. We've got Gazin Bullet says, Sal, I will go to my summer house for 2 weeks. It's 8 hours far, I guess, away. Should I bring my gold stack together with me in the car? I have it safe at home, but I'm afraid. I understand. I would say probably if you have your property well monitored, and I would probably be best to leave it there. You never know. With seizure laws, if you get pulled over, depending on the state you're going through, it could be confiscated. I wouldn't worry about that. So I would probably leave it home in the safe, as long as you've got somebody there to protect it. For 2 weeks is not that long. And the cost and the gas mileage that it would take for your stack, I don't know how much gold you have, but nonetheless, there are ways to be able to protect it rather than taking it with you. All right, good to see Perth Mint. Good to see all of you guys that are here with us tonight. I appreciate you joining. We got the Kuchinator. Where is the FBI when you need them? Where is any statement from the regulator? And this is plain thievery by the elites, and they're laughing at us all. Land of the thief, home of the slave. Yes, I tell you what, it is crazy. Even the people that have the least amount of doubts or don't devil in conspiracy theories like me are questioning this. And it's only going to make things worse if they don't address it, in my view, with this big glitch, or with this stopped trading and the glitches that are as well that are occurring. All right, Frank Farmer says, nothing will ever stop these crooks. Makes me want to sell all my silver and just buy gold. It's clear they'll never stop manipulating silver. Gold will be 6K while silver's magically still sub 100. Well, silver still, it's been outperforming gold recently. And it's fact right now, it's very close to $94 an ounce. So Frank or Funk Farmer, they win if you sell your silver and buy gold. Don't let them win. Hold on to your silver. That's the best way to fight against it, is to hold. That's why I created the Diamond Fist round. The Diamond Fist round, available over at Summit Metals, channel sponsor. This is about holding on to your silver with a Diamond Fist. And that's what it looks like right there. With a tightened grip, with pressure and time. That's what it's all about. Check out Summit Metals, by the way. They're the channel sponsor. Great customer service. Fast shipping. They still don't have the little 1 gram Scottsdale bars in yet. I need to get my get my thing filled up with that. But anyways, there. By the way, this is the prices that they closed today. For silver, closed 6.23%, 9 cents shy of $94 an ounce. Crazy. Looks like even palladium closed up a little bit there. All right, good to see you guys. All right. We've got here from Herma Camper. This initially happened in November. I did not know they did that. The market reaction makes sense. The COMEX is regulated by the FTC, correct? I would suspect they are subject to audit at any time. Well, I think so, but I think under the umbrella of the FTC is the Commodities Futures Trading Commission. And I think that's would be the organization that would have to investigate it. I don't know, but many people feel there's corruption there. Some people say there's no attorneys there to bring any litigation or regulation. I don't know how that would work, but anyways. Charles Casaburo says, in 2019, J.P. Morgan pled guilty to the following. Yep, I talked about that. Illegal price manipulation. Truth is, the economy has become totally dependent on price rigging and fraud. If price rigging didn't exist, we would actually have to live within our means, which is unthinkable at this point. Yeah. Now, there's a large part in that, for sure, in many different ways. Derivatives is a rig type of situation. It really is. It's crazy. Let's see here. Derivatives and the fact that the U.S. Federal Reserve, or the Federal Reserve, continues to print money like it's going out of style. M2 money supply is going back up again. And no one's talking about that other than us in this community. And that's a bad thing. And we're starting to see the results of it now with inflation ticking back up again in the consumer, or the PPI, Producers Price Index, which is the first advent of inflation, and what the core inflation as well as what the Federal Reserve uses. But there it is. All right. Nice. CCT, thank you. There's Cybercurrent Twitcher. By the way, check out Cybercurrent Twitcher's newest video for his latest gold pickup. Yes, indeed. He got a steal on that. By the time he got it way under spot. Check that out. Yes, indeed. Good stuff over there at Cybercurrent Twitcher's channel. Good to see Lisa Anderson. Good to see you guys. Glad you're with us here tonight as we peruse our way through these comments. We've got Jim MCD 5660. Says here, finally you're seeing the manipulation, Sal. Well, I've always believed there was manipulation. What I question is price suppression. That's the difference. I talked about that before. In fact, I think I've done a video about that, the difference between manipulation and price suppression. You seem sort of to make fun of us who commented about the manipulation. Well, it's not so much that I make fun of people who comment on manipulation. It's just we can't blame everything on manipulation. And even though I'm seeing this as being rather suspicious, we still can't blame everything on manipulation. Let's see here. What's the point of us even buying and holding when they can set the price basically to whatever they want, whenever they want? Well, Jim, let me tell you, the price action we saw today was not what they wanted. Make no mistake about that. So it was not what they wanted. All right, JC, in my eyes, the Crimex has defaulted, Sal. They have dug their grave. Very few of us trust them anymore, which means they will be ignored and run out of business. Well, they're not going away, and they won't be ignored. I hate to say it, but they're here for a while. But yes, indeed. We'll see what happens. But, I think the idea of what we should do is we should stack and we should hold our silver. That's the best way to fight against these people, is to buy and hold, with emphasis on hold, by the way. That's for sure. All right, do not let them win by selling your silver. All right, God's Eye 1972. Congratulations, Sal, for finally leaving the cowardly camp of David Morgan. Claims normal market activity is an attempt to preserve his credit among the wealthy. and speak with the mouth of truth, which is plain for everyone with eyes to see. Well, God's eye, I appreciate that. However, I still think that the natural market forces are much more powerful than any manipulative forces and any suppressive forces, and I don't know. I'm still not totally sold on it yet. It's just that this is suspicious what's going on with the COMEX. It needs to be investigated, or at least needs to be explained. For sure, it needs to be explained. And it is unnerving, for sure, because it just feeds the conspiracy theories. No question about that. But today's price movement, it runs in the opposite direction of what you think they may be trying to do. By the way, they did not want today to happen, and it happened anyway. I'm going to be talking about that in a future video here coming. So stay tuned to the channel, and I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your comments. SA says here, unfortunately, those in control don't give a shite if we think about what they're doing is unacceptable. No consequences for them unless they don't do what they're doing. Yeah. Well, again, JP Morgan did pay for manipulation, and but you know what's going on now, and how is it being handled, and what is happening? Well, that's another story. It's understandable to think that there's nobody watching these people or watching what's going on. All right, let's see here. As I start my way through this broadcast, you guys are great. Thanks for being here. Good crowd with us tonight. We got Big Daddies. Says the simple reality is that the government regulators are the bankers, and Congress lets them get away with it, what they're doing, because the banks are the only customers for their junk bonds when they need money, when they want to jack the debt. Yeah, I tell you, the Federal Reserve is the one who prints the money, but yeah, it's crazy. All right, good to see you guys. Welcome. Glad you guys are here with us tonight. Let's go over here to Dave in the north. Says, someone probably wanted to stand for delivery, ended up stealing over the counter for cash. The metal's not there. All right, yes, indeed. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. It'll be very interesting to see what Sunday night holds for us, by the way. Hope you will join me then. All right, and we got Make an Impact, YT. Jane Street now trying to manipulate SLV with massive long positions and hedging against by shorting the miners. They know if they sell off SLV, miners drop even more. That's an easy trade all day long for manipulation like that. Interesting. Well, there's a lot of strategy, and some of the larger institutions may try something like that. We'll see. All right. And let's see here. We've got Big Daddy says they want to tokenize all assets, rivers, and forests so they can manipulate and collect massive fees while they dictate the value. Yep, there's a lot of derivatives anywhere, and they'll tokenize anything and everything to do it, right? It's crazy. Look at Bitcoin. It's got an ETF tied to it now, and so lots happening for sure. JM Unleashed, the timing of this is not coincidence. It's a market and data manipulation, in my opinion. This only seems to happen when a positive momentum is strong and investors are standing for delivery. The truth is being hidden from the public. Yeah. I understand the feelings on that for sure, and the thoughts behind that thinking. We have to also remember that it is a volatile market, and it is an active market. And so I think some of the things they are doing, in a sense, is because of the activity that's going on. We just needed an explanation. And maybe even an investigation on this, I think, would be warranted. But thank you, Jam. I appreciate that. And Richard Metcalf says, buy the dips. The Crimex will have trouble manipulating PMs if the geopolitical situation gets worse. That's right. In fact, we're starting to see things heat up in between Pakistan and Afghanistan, who many feel are pretty much in an all-out war right now. It's crazy. If talks with Iran fail, we know what's coming next. The fleet is not there just as a bargaining tool. Yeah. I tell you, it's interesting. That's right. We'll find out. Thank you, Richard Metcalf. Appreciate it. And let's see here. Okay, we've got Ludos chimes in. And with this, I hope we get an update on the COMEX inflow. with that killed Mexican kingpin. He was living in a not so glamorous situation with trash and dirt all over the place, and the impact it will have on the mining, refining, and the secure logistics towards U.S. Could that situation be a black swan? I don't know. I guess it just depends on how much control some of the uprising has and what they do. I don't know. There probably is going to be all. We haven't heard much in the last day or so of what's going on in Mexico, but have things calmed down there? I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Like I said, it may be a little while before we find out what's going on, the true gravity of the situation in Mexico. All right. We've got this from KG. I wouldn't be surprised to see a 10 to 15% drop in the last 30 minutes before closing tomorrow, followed by a 10 to 15% drop in our first hour, opening Sunday night. The market makers want to keep silver around $70 at critical moments to minimize losses. Well, that didn't work today. Like I said earlier, silver is up. It's over 90. It's almost got to $94 at the close. And so, yeah, it did not work today. And I think a lot of that has to do with some of the news that came out today. And we've got this from Dotson Z Boss. So he unsubbed me. I guess because I didn't, he didn't agree with my narrative, so he unsubs, but he's resubbed for having the courage to finally call a spade a spade. Well, sorry you didn't get to buy a 50, but I'll stop busting your chops about it. I will say David Morgan's complicit attitude towards the repeated in-your-face market shenanigans shows his cowardice, and primary purpose is to stay in good with the banks and power. So I'm glad you're on Jesus' side now. Well, the thing is that I'm not fully convinced that there's price suppression going on to any level of to the great level. It's just that you think it is. There's so many people think that price suppression is it. That's the only thing that's going on in the metals. But today proved that wrong. Even with everything that happened, they don't have the power that you think they have, Dotson Z Boss. And so you may unsub me from that again, but again, I'm open-minded. I think the CME needs to be investigated, not only for this shutdown, but also what happened back in Thanksgiving. And we need to find out what kind of shenanigans are going on there. But even as such, it's not enough to keep it down. And I'm going to be talking about that in a video coming very, very soon. A very important video that I hope you will stay tuned for. So hopefully you'll stay subscribed to me. But nonetheless, I like to think critically, and I don't like to, I'm open-minded to a lot of things for sure, and little things like I talked about in this video specifically that JM Unleashed had pointed out is troubling and concerning. But even JM Unleashed saw and admitted that it was backfilled, some of that volume, that missing volume. Was that a glitch? I don't know. But still, that needs to be investigated too. That should not happen. It's strange, especially in this kind of situation, because we found it in this video. I found it 2, maybe even 3 times where it did the same exact thing that JM Unleashed had discovered. Anyways, all right. Michael K. It's all one big everyone for themselves silver show, same as it ever was, same as it ever will be. That's right. Well, Michael K., this is why we hold the power. No matter what your views are on price fixing or manipulation or what have you, when you hold silver, that sends a very, very powerful message, because that's silver that is not being utilized, and they can only do so much to try to hide it if there's not enough silver to back it up. Something's going to break, and sooner or later, the longer we hold our silver. Good to see Hoosier Stacker is here. Welcome, Niels Han Dynasty. Good to see you, sir. Been a while. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. All right. That's why buying and holding is so important with silver. Frank Garcia. I don't play with paper silver, but you have to understand that most people in the market are only hedging and are only going to take the cash and run to the next deal. That's exactly right. And that is why I think that simple truth is absolutely profound, Frank Garcia. That's exactly right. Everybody buys and sells for selfish gain. They want to make money. So they're moving around, they're buying and selling based off of that. And that alone. Sure. All right. Let's see here. Let's move on up here. We've got this from Base Beguin here. And then we're moving on up to today's videos here in just a moment. He says, yes, for an inquiry, but even if you have a completely independent, 100% transparent panel, and they prove beyond all doubt it was just a system outage and no covert illegal actions, 99% of your viewers are still going to believe it was a conspiracy and a crime, for sure. You're exactly right. That's exactly right. They sure will. And but I think they should still do it anyway. But you're right. There's no convincing some people. That's for sure. I think people need to have an open mind in the precious metal markets. They really do, or else you're just going to get jaded and give up. And I believe in holding on tight to my silver. All right, Bill 457. I like that wooden box. And that other wooden thing, I think that was a good display and background. It seemed relaxing. Well, thank you, Bill. I try my best. I've got to do my best to have good displays because I don't do any edits or anything on the videos, no scripts. So I've got to try to keep people kind of hooked there. But yes, indeed. Good to see you guys. Glad you all are here tonight. Welcome. Good to see you. Jeremiah Brown, welcome. Good to see you. There's Bill. He's here. Future Stacker still here. Maria is with us. Akbe Nagyan is with us as well. Good to see you. We are expecting some scammers to call us in mere moments from right now, about 5 minutes or so. All right, we got Zach here on this. Says this. I did something strange. Okay, take care, Michael Elon. Thank you for popping in, Michael. Appreciate you. Have a good night, brother. Thanks for popping in. I did something strange today, says Zach. I went to a gay bathhouse and rendezvous with some very fine gentlemen. Okay, all right. Other LGBTQ men. Okay, this is the guy. I don't know why he's so bent on this. It's like, but okay, all right. Well, everybody's welcome here. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate them subscribing. That's great. Getting a little too jerky. That's right, Attorney Michael Elon. That's right. Well, thank you. All right. Well, appreciate it. All right. And Bozo, I doubt the big players think anyone here is entitled to an explanation, so none will be given. It's foolish to think they're losing control, like I see so many comments. Yeah, that's true. But the thing is that I do think we are entitled to an explanation. Because, I mean, it's because it affects so many people, Bozo. I really do. I do think it is. I mean, people that are buying, I do believe we're owed an explanation. Lost Boy Scout, I remember the huge nickel short that got protected, so he didn't lose a fortune. They do whatever they want with no consequences. Yeah, there was a nickel squeeze at one time. I talked about that on the channel. It's been a while since I've visited that, but I'll have to refresh myself on that. But Ryan says here, oops, what's going on here? Here it is. All right, interested to see what tomorrow brings. SmackDown, I'm curious to see if anybody purchased the dual date proof Silver Eagle that was released from the mint today. All unavailable currently. Yes, I did not even go there. I forgot about it. I don't know if I'm going to get it. My mint purchases this year are going to be really focused, hyper focused, and that's not going to be one of them. I do not think. But yes, thank you so much for your comment. We got Zoltan Wallace says here the following. I feel like the only stacker that wants low gold silver prices because I know that means a strong dollar. I don't ever want to be in a position where I have to spend my silver or gold to stay alive. Stacking is my financial body armor. The last resort in a big financial hit. The fact that the prices of metals are what they are at is a tall tale that we are at the end of the U.S. dollar. I'm not joyful. I'm petrified of what's to come. Having also makes you a target. Uncle Sam knows every dollar I spend, they know where to go for the next FDR gold confiscation. Well, if you use cash, they don't know every dollar you spend. And I'm a proponent of using cash whenever I can at the local coin shop, for sure. Obviously, you can't always do that. Whenever you use any kind of digital transaction, there is a trail that they can find out about, but I digress. But yes, indeed. All right, thank you. Gary Wells says here, manipulation of any kind, metal, stocks, voting, statistics, and how about manipulating the truth? Go on and on for 10,000 or more yourself, and you'll just be scraping the top of the corruption of this world. I, for one, want to see accountability for all this crap. The only advice I would even suggest is to buy every manipulated dip so you can possibly afford. Make it pay off for you. That's exactly right, Gary Wells. Exactly right. Very, very well said. Well said indeed. All right, let's see here. And let's see. Where are we at? Let's get over here and see what we've got up here. First, let's explore. That's right, Steve C. saw this video that I posted this morning last night. As a channel member and a representative level, he was able to see the video because I've been posting some of the bigger news videos hours before they go public. So thank you for that, Steve C. Christopher Gray here chimes in with this on the video. Says this: I swear to God, I'm very surprised the LBMA and Crimex have not been investigated or at least audited. Silver price is probably the most suppressed out of everything and have been for a long time. And to have 2 outages in 6 months is a wild one, a cooling issue in the middle of a blizzard. Yesterday, no explanation. It's almost an insult to our intelligence. Yep, a lot of people definitely are questioning what's going on, for sure. All right, let's see here. It definitely bolsters the suppression claims, for sure. Simon Thomas with this, by the way, we're 3 minutes away. I told these scammers to call exactly 6:15. They better do it. I'm going to be teed off and upset too. Silver's a heavily manipulated market, but if you bought 6 months ago at 28.64, you'll be totally happy with today's 66.09. And if you bought at the recent peak of 84, just wait. It'll come back. Yeah, that's right. A lot of people are feeling that way. That's going to go up and up and up. I mean, we're now near where we could get to 11. We could get to $100 an ounce again soon. Very good. All right, very good. Let's see here. And yeah, don't mute the sips. Do not mute the sips. Here we go. Let's do some more of this. And they're not just sips, they're slurps. You know what I mean? We love the slurps. We love the burps and the slurps here. They don't burp. I don't burp too often. Russell Davidson also was early on this video because he's a representative level channel member, and I appreciate that. He says, I prefer pre-33 any day. Nice pickup. I've always liked the Dos Pesos as well. Understand the desire for an equal ounce in stacking, but the history will never be replaced. Exactly right. Also agree with you about the markets being physically backed. I'd love to see a national gold back. Yes, thank you, Russell. Very good. Yes, indeed. I agree with you. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate your kind words and support. All right. And let's see here. We've got here this from Justin Sartain. Great pickup, Sal. Love the pre-33 gold. Yes, I'm really like it more and more these days, it seems. COMEX is destroying itself, but I think we are reconstituting our strategic stockpile of silver. No proof, just a hunch. I also think we'll be revalued to 15 to 20 by December. Gold will be revalued. Okay. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I don't rule that out. If that's the case, I don't know. I kind of doubt what's going to be revalued to that, but we'll see. Who knows? I think anything is up in the air at this point, but thank you so much for that, sir. Appreciate that. And let's see here. We got Red Soul 61. Says the CME are toilet bowl floaters for sure. They're lying criminal gangsters who are stealing from the honest investors. They are the worst people in the financial industry, and I think the worst part is the vast majority of people in the financial industry are liars, crooks, and thieves. All right. So a lot of people are jaded for sure, and this activity just makes them jaded anymore. Matt Wingy is here. Good to see you. Jay McGuire is here. Yes, A.G. Delaney, like Dio for sure. Rainbow in the dark. And yes, indeed. But even more so, I'm angry because it is exactly 6:15 and we've got no calls. I've told the one lady, I said, you were supposed to call me before, but you never did. And she said, for sure, I'm going to put you on the calendar now. I'm definitely going to call you, but then she's not going to call. Littlefoot, some people might call this a coincidence of downplaying. I personally think they wear rose-colored glasses. All right, there you go. All right, that's right. And my glasses are not rose-colored. They're more of a light orangish hue. All right, do you think the time capsule that will be put into Philadelphia will have 250th coins in it? It will be sealed and open in 2276, asked Littlefoot Stacker. I think they should put some in there. And so, yeah, being that the Philadelphia Mint is in Philadelphia, I think it would be wise for them to do it. It'd be a good idea. But who knows what they're going to... I don't know what they're going to put in there. I'd love to know. Love to see that ceremony as they put it away. Mm-hmm. All right. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Don't Talk to Strangers is a great tune. I like that one. Russell Ream makes it easier for the U.S. to revalue gold on the balance sheet. $42.22 per ounce to hold is cheap. It sure is. That's exactly right. All right. And got Ma Melin Garcia with this and says there, JP Morgan is up there too. Fraud big time. Shanghai stopped supplying the United States. China stockpiling for their EV and solar panels. Yes, indeed they are. Okay, here we are. We'll get she's a minute late, but hey, we'll take it. Hello?
Hi, Richard?
Yes.
Hi, it's Kelly calling from GoCap Advance. How are you?
I'm good. You called me at the right time. Well, you're a minute late, but that's okay. We won't...
No, I apologize. I actually thought I had you under my contacts, and for some reason, I didn't have you under my contacts because I'm not in the office right now.
Oh.
But I had you in my dialer, in my email, so... Yeah, that's right.
You know how you know how you'll never forget me is to put me in your Rolodex.
Well, that's good. Well, I got you now, so
you got me. I love it. I feel important. I feel important. I'm in Kelly's. I'm in. Actually, yeah, go ahead.
You're important. Of course, you're important. Actually, you spoke to a colleague of mine this afternoon, also, Don.
Oh, Don, yeah, but he doesn't have the same flair as Kelly does. Kelly just, I mean, you take the cake, you know what I mean?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Don's actually one of our newer employees.
Oh.
He started with us actually 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm like, oh, because I heard him say 5:15 Central Time, and I looked at him and I'm like, was that Richard? He's like, yeah. I said, I spoke to him this morning at about 11:15. I already scheduled the call for him tonight.
All right. Kill two birds with one stone. That's great. Or, yeah, that's right. Very good. Well, good.
Exactly. Yes, I told him that, I said we can work together on it. It's fine. I don't mind sharing. I'm a sharer.
You're
sharing
a sharer. Sharing is caring. Yeah. That's right. Exactly. I love that. I like it. Very good.
Exactly. Especially since he's new. So,
that's right. Hey. You're going to take him under your wing, right?
Exactly. I actually showed him. He doesn't realize we have a dialer system. We have in our computer system is the CRM.
Oh.
We have where you can schedule events, so you get reminded on your phone as to when to call somebody back. Like if you schedule an appointment 3 months from now, it'll remind you in 3 months, and it'll come up on my phone saying in 10 minutes you need to call so and then I'll bring it up on the CRM, and I take that's why I know it wasn't me you spoke to the last time. I believe it was Jonah, because I always put it in an event. If I tell somebody I'm going to speak to somebody, I put it in an event.
Nice. I like it because so many of them don't do that. So this is great. This is exactly. Awesome. That's right. Yeah.
No. And this number that I'm calling you from right now is my direct line.
Oh, great.
My direct number.
This is wonderful. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I can be reached 24/7 on this number.
Nice. Well, hey, I might drunk dial you around 2 a.m. one night, and just to have a chat, just so you're saying. Now, can you do me a favor? Can you say the word coffee for me?
Coffee.
Nice. That's the Joan Rivers effect. I love it. You got that Joan Rivers flair. I like it. That's right. I like it.
I'm in New York right now. Right now, you are in.
I'm in Monroe, Louisiana. So just a couple miles away. From you. Just a few. Can we talk? So we can talk then, right? Can we talk? You know what I mean? That's how we can talk. Coffee talk. Yeah, it's right. Get over there.
Coffee talk.
Yeah, I
exactly.
like it. I like
Exactly.
it.
Yes. So, yeah, no. So, yeah, no. Actually, our office closed. I'm in New York. You know that,
Right,
correct?
right. That's right. You're in New
Right.
York. I can tell by the accent that you have a New York flair to you. That's right. I was
I like your accent
I
better.
was going
I
to
don't like
guess
my
that you
accent.
were from East Tennessee, but I would have been a slightly off there.
Yeah. No. Long Island, New York.
Long
Been here my
Island.
whole life. I'm
Yeah,
done. I'm
right.
looking to actually Tennessee. Tennessee is one of the areas I'm actually looking into moving to. I don't know. I have to get off of Long Island. It's just too
Too crazy. The taxes are insane there.
yeah.
Hey, I got to tell you, I have to confess something, Kelly. You know how
Yes.
there's something called Tourette syndrome?
Yes.
Well, I have that, but it's with push-ups. So I've got to do two push-ups now. It's a burning desire. Hold on, just 1 second. It's just two. Just
That's
1 second.
okay.
Here we go. Here we go.
Not a problem.
All right, here we
Not
go.
a problem. Yep.
One and two for Kelly. There you go. Now, see, the reason why
Yes.
I guess that's even though it's a syndrome, it is it's a good thing because I figured, you know what, if you're gonna have something like that, if that's something that can kind of keep you in shape, then that works itself out. You know what I mean?
That's correct. That's totally it. Let me tell you, I actually, prior to me doing this, I was a psychotherapist for over 20 years.
Oh wow!
I,
And
yeah,
the
I
thing
treated
is
pathological
you only
gamblers.
sound like 23, so you must have
Yeah,
started young.
no, I'm not 29. No, like, well, I did get my master's when I was 22. I finished
You
with my master's
So
at 22.
okay, you've missed.
But,
So by doing the math, if you've been doing it since you were 22
I
years
mean,
old and you've been doing it for
uh,
24 years,
over 20 years, however, I stopped doing therapy about 10 years ago.
okay, hold on, let me do this math here. Okay, so
Trying to
we've
think
got
how old I am.
22
Uh-huh.
plus 4 years you stopped.
So, 10 years ago.
10, okay, plus 10, and then plus 20. That means you're 52.
Nope, not yet. No, I am older than that, actually.
You're older than that. So when you say not yet, we'd have to go back in
When I say
time.
over, I made a mistake by saying I might not yet. No, but I'm actually 57.
50.
Although I don't feel like a day older than 42.
I don't, I tell
I
you,
don't look like I'm 57.
you don't look like you're 57?
No,
Oh,
no,
great.
not at all.
Well, that's
I
wonderful.
don't think I do at all. And
You,
that's one thing I will give myself.
well, that's wonderful. That's good news. You're healthy.
I don't.
You're
Yeah.
young, and you're young, and again, 57 is pretty young, I would say.
Yeah, it's a little shocking still to me. But
But time flies.
telling somebody who's been doing something for over 20 years, it's like, oh my God.
Right. I mean, it's
Wow.
crazy how time flies. Yeah,
It
it's
really
just.
is.
But hey,
It really is.
we live life. We're only as we can be. Age is just a number. You know what I mean? Age is just a number.
Exactly.
And
It
so,
is just a number.
I
It's
mean,
absolutely nothing.
you know how I like to feel young? I like to listen to Taylor Swift.
I love it. You've got a great voice.
Yeah,
Wonderful voice.
yeah. If
Well,
only
you
she would
sound
do
like
more
how old are you? You don't sound like you're too, up there. You sound like you're probably about maybe in your 40s.
Yeah, probably somewhere around that area. I've got to come across as being younger than you. That way it'll make me feel like I'm.
Younger, yeah, hey, younger. Age doesn't really matter.
Age doesn't matter.
Right?
Who cares if I'm 81 years old?
It's how you feel. That's
It's
what's
how I
important.
feel. That's exactly right. And you
Yep,
know what?
that's
And the
it.
thing is, I can still do push-ups, but I've only had to do,
Exactly.
but the push-up, the PI, it's called PIS, push-up impulse syndrome that I've got. That's the
Uh-huh.
kind of Tourette's it is, and
Right.
it's been a good night for me because I've only had to do two, and
Look at that.
usually I do more than that within the span of time of talking. So I've only had to do two, so that's actually a pretty good night for
I must
me.
have a positive effect on you. Look at that.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's
Something
what
that's get that sound waves coming to you, the aura that's surrounding me over there.
exactly. I think that's what it is. It's got to be the aura. The aura. That's
That's
what
it.
it.
That's it.
Right,
That's it
right.
right there. But I actually would like to speak to you for a while, a while longer. I'm actually calling you in the middle of dinner with my friends.
Oh, tell your friends
So,
I said hello. Do they? Can you put me on the
there,
speakerphone? I would love to sing
no,
to them
oh,
all.
no, 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 because I'm in the middle of the restaurant. I actually moved to the back of the restaurant.
Oh,
Um,
it sounds very
yeah,
quiet over there. So it sounds
it's not that busy. Yeah, it's not that busy, but
well.
you don't hear it?
I don't hear it.
No,
No, I
but
don't. I don't
no,
hear it at all. It's
but
crazy.
I don't want to cut you off, but I want to ask you a couple of questions, and then I will definitely call you back the minute I get home. Does that
Okay.
sound good?
Yeah. Well, that sounds good. Let's
Because
try
I won't be
this.
here for about an hour longer. So,
Right. Right. Yeah. Well, what we can do?
now,
Why don't we try this? Let's try. Let's reschedule a call because I don't want to interrupt your time with your friends. Too much. But why don't we schedule a call for Tuesday at the same time? Would that work?
Tuesday at 6:15 my time, 5:15 your time.
Yes.
Uh,
Can you? Do you have
yeah.
access to your CRM account there where you can put it in the calendar?
Yeah. No, I wrote this down manually because
All
I'm not in
right.
front of my computer.
Did you put it
So I wrote it
Did you
down
put it on a
manually.
napkin? Did you write it on a napkin?
Yeah. Now let me just ask you one quick question.
Sure.
Actually, no, four questions. I ask
Four
you four
questions.
questions so Monday morning, what I'm going to do is when I go into the office on Monday morning, I will resend you an application
Okay.
because our process changed a little bit. So
Okay.
this way you have it right at the top of your Dropbox also. But I just need just a couple of questions. How long have you been in business for?
14 years.
Wonderful. And
Yeah.
you own the business 100% yourself,
I'm
correct?
100% owner. That's right.
All right. And how much were you looking to secure, funding
Secure.
wise?
Oh, I can't wait till you ask me how much I bring in a month. But but
How much you bring in a month?
I'll answer the first question first, and then I'll answer the how much I bring in a month because it's a number that I have memorized. Well, I have both numbers memorized because, well, I'm
Okay.
earning the money and I'm doing it. But
Exactly.
okay, just one second. I've got more.
Push-ups.
I gotta do 10 more push-ups now. Sorry about this. Just hold on one
Not a
second.
problem.
I'll be right back. Just a second.
Not a
Hold on.
problem. Not a problem.
Gotta be.
Wonderful.
All right, here we go. One,
Gotta stay in shape.
2,
2,
3, 4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7,
8,
8,
9,
9,
10,
10.
11.
Yay!
I did one more for you, Kelly. I did
Look
one
at
more
that.
push up. There you go. That's right.
beautiful.
Okay. Yes, indeed. We got to make these push ups happen. That's right. And oh boy. Okay. So yes. What do I bring in a month, or what do I want? What would I like to secure? I'd like to secure 120,000 smackers. That's dollars. That's slang for dollars.
Yep.
Yes,
Alrighty.
indeed. And well, actually, you know what? Let's make it 122,000 because I need money for a Taylor Swift ticket, and I
Okay.
want to get near the front row. I have a feeling it's going to cost me about that much to get on the front row where the mosh pit
Oh, yeah,
is.
definitely.
I want to get where the mosh
Definitely.
pit is. You know what I mean?
Nice. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. And so
All right.
that is the number. And
Okay.
so now I'm looking forward to that day when you ask me how much I bring in per month. That's going to be the
How
real
much do you
banger.
bring in per month? That's the banger. That's what I need
Yes,
to know right now. Yeah. I'll tell you how
$98,000
a
each and
month.
every month. 98,000. That's right. Each and every month.
Nice.
It's like clockwork.
Nice. Okay. So, do you have any current loans out right now?
Is that the last of the four questions, right?
Yep.
I do not have any other loans. It would just be with you. I'm a monogamous loaner. I mean, I'm a monogamous.
I'm so happy you won't cheat on me.
That's right, exactly. That's right. It'll only do
Good.
business with you. That's right. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Or
Well,
anybody else, like, I do have a funding manager that you'll probably end up speaking to prior to going over when you go over the offers, and but I will also be there following up with you as well. So don't worry.
as long as you are there
I
with
will never
me,
be gone.
hope you're here with
You will
me every
be.
step of the way. I need somebody to hold my hand through this process.
Yeah. Since you're new business, I'll always be attached to your to you.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I love it. All right.
You're my new business. I'm always going to be there.
All
Okay,
right.
and then all right. So so basically, what I'm going to need from you on Monday, I'm going to send you the application.
Okay.
And it's going to go to you, and I'll call you like before I do that. I'll just let you know.
Well, yeah,
And it's going to be
just call me.
Dropbox.
Just call me on
Yeah,
Tuesday
of course.
at
Oh, Tuesday, is
5:15.
that better?
5:15.
I will do that also.
Yeah. All right. Yes. All right. Very
Oh, no,
good.
I'll do that also. I'll follow up with you also. No, definitely. And then I'm going to need just the last 4 months of your business bank statements in PDF format. So it's
Okay.
going to be now. It's going to be November, December, January, and February, which is good that you're doing this at the beginning of the month because you don't have to take pictures of your daily transactions.
So you want a PDF file? You want a PDF file?
Yeah, PDF file.
Yeah, they had a whole lot of those in the Epstein list. Apparently, a lot of those in the Epstein list.
Oh yeah, right. I should send you a picture of the van that I saw the other day. I have to get it from my friend. He's got to send me that picture.
Oh wow!
With
I used to live in one of those down by the river. By the way.
Oh really?
That was in another time.
Nice.
That was when I was a motivational speaker. I used to live in one of those big vans down by the river.
You know what? You sound like you could be an amazing motivational speaker. Wow.
Yeah, I like to motivate people. I like to motivate people into greatness, you know?
Yep, I hear you. Okay, so now, all right, so then Monday, what I'll do is if you could actually over the weekend kind of prepare those files this way you can send them to me. The minute I get all those documents.
Oh, she's giving me homework now. She's giving me homework now. Oh, man.
Yes, this way, come Monday morning, I can get you right into underwriting. So you're going to talk to me before Tuesday.
Well, I need to get into my underwear before I get into underwriting. Yes, indeed.
That's a good one there. All right. Well, you could actually do this in your underwear.
That's true.
And then we could get the ball rolling and get you some nice offers out there.
Well, the Olympics are about over. I don't know. There's a lot of different sports we can use balls with, but I don't like to gag on any of them.
Don't worry. I'll make sure you won't gag.
All right.
Shoot my guys, the right way. And then we'll see what happens, all right?
We'll see what happens. That's wonderful. All right. Well, Kelly, thank you so much. And remember, Tuesday's the day at 5:15 Central or 6:15 your time or 3:15 your friend that lives in California's time, okay?
Exactly, yes.
All right.
But I'm also going to still follow up with you Monday morning.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Well, thank you. Have a wonderful weekend with your friends. And tell them all I said hello. And give them all a big hug for me, okay?
And don't forget to do your homework.
Okay.
I will.
Give all your friends, unless they're guys, don't give any of the guy friends a hug, but give your lady friends a hug for and say it's from me, and then have one of them give you a hug and say it's from, and so that I can give you a hug virtually through your friend, okay?
I will do that, definitely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And
all right.
Don't cheat on me at all.
Okay? I won't. I promise.
Okay.
All right. You have a good one. You take care.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you. Take care, okay?
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah, what a Southern belle she is. No kidding. Good. Thank you, guys. Have a little bit of fun there. All right. Nice. Let's see here. What do we have up the alleyway here? So, yeah, JP Morgan. Yep, we talked about that. Thank you. Morris Monet says LBMA is not going away. Neither is COMEX. Get used to people. That's right. They're not going away. That's true. And Bill457 says that was eye-appealing, not talking about the gold and the blue background. A person got tired of looking at all the black background in the videos, but the gold color sure helps. All right, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. This was on a little bit of a blue background. Yep, thank you. Appreciate that. Trying to switch it up a little bit, if I can. And we've got EMT 56399er says the following here. Everyone seems to forget the last year India announced that for a backing of loans in their financial system, they would value physical silver 10 to 1 to physical gold. That's supposed to begin 4/4/26. Yes, that's true. Although I did talk about that, and even though it's a good thing, it's a step in the right direction. It is not going to be as big a deal as this. And this is not going to be as big a deal as some people think. But anyways, all right, very good. And let's see here. What do we have here? We've got Lacey Browning, Browning G or JR. Lacey Downing JR. I hate these handles because it's hard to read some of this stuff, anyways. It says here, I love double eagle coins. I'd rather have them over most other gold coins. Yeah, it would be nice if they made them 1 ounce size. Or it would be nice if the eagle had the actual eagle that was on the St. Gaudens on the reverse. I really don't know why they put a different design on it. But anyways. All right. Let's see here. We've got Michael Pollock says here, and thank you guys for the super chats, by the way. Appreciate it. You got my PIS in order, the push-up impulse syndrome. I'm going into play. Hashtag PIS, right? All right, Michael Pollock, you mean to tell me that in only 1 month, this is the second country in the BRICS nations who are using precious metals as currency have been caught manipulating the market? Almost like on the run, metals are being suppressed and inflated by the BRICS nations as an economic war. Just my opinion. That's an interesting take. I've not heard that take before. Very good. Let's see here. Oh yeah, thank you, J. Monlease, for posting a link to that video to help a viewer here, Angry Goy. Thank you. Appreciate that. For posting a link to that. Thank you, JM. And we have this from Savant here about this morning's video about what the India is doing to for their mutual funds. It says Chicago, the city of crime. If there's any wonder the COMEX is so crooked, the first letter of their name says it all. It stands for Chicago crime. Look at what they crooked Dems are doing to the whole city. Wind won't blow away the crime until the citizens will. Only the citizens will. And that's the Windy City, for sure. You're right. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. And we've got this here. John Morgan. I read a comment on another channel. They were getting out of the paper silver position. I'm sure they're going to get the physical one way or the other. Well, it may not be a total abandonment of paper, but getting into paper assets that are more closely tied to physical. I think that's the key here. I think that's really where the real difference is in this. But all right. And remember, it's concentrated. The LBMA is still going to have some influence in India, but just not for these mutual funds. All right. Let's see here. Kaz Realist, nice. You have a Britannia and a nice addition to your stack. Adding to the kicks to the square rifle of the London and the goodies. That's right, exactly. We've got Just Sam. We appreciate Just Sam. He's a channel member and great member of the community. It sounds like a cologne you don't want for Christmas. Reuters for him. Nice coins at the end. Wish my LCS did layaways. Yes, I know. It would be nice. But my LCS is doing them for much less time than they used to for some of the pieces I've gotten. But I do like that they allow me to do that for sure. All right, let's see here. As we move on to the next comment. We've got this... Hoofing Weightlifting says here, I've listened to so many precious metal channels in the past 10 years. Your channel is the best. Real talk. Wow. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that, especially considering how many of them that are out there, many of whom I think are far superior to this one. But I really do appreciate that. Very kind of you to say. Bullion Treasure says, that's good news. Finally, India does the right thing following China. So should the EU and others be doing it? Just throw away LBMA and COMEX. All right. Well, we'll find out. I think the more people that take steps. I mean, this is a pretty big step, but it's not like the whole country is abandoning the LBMA or that pricing measure. It's just this one aspect of it there, but it is empowering for sure. Buck Wild, I'm sure the COMEX and the LBMA will be putting new cooling fans on the servers this weekend. Yes. Oh man, and you imagine. All right, let's see here. John D says here. Wondering what the GSR should be looking to flip some silver into gold under 40% or wait until it pops and goes lower. My average cost on my stack, less than 500 ounces, is between 15 to 20 bucks. I'm not hurting at all with these moves, just looking at ways to increase my stack by playing a GSR. as it's too becoming volatile. It sure is, and that is a kind of a gamble. Some people do very well with it, others don't. And remember, you never get to get the actual, because you're really essentially selling your silver for gold or vice versa. Just keep that in mind. Charles Avante says, from what I've seen on the news, they have started fighting with Afghanistan. That's right. That's true. That's going on too. You're right. Prime version. I'm Indian too. Just bought 4.2 kilograms of silver this month. Wow, that's massive. Real silver in hand looks so satisfying. Congratulations. That's way to go in India. That's a big deal. That's a big purchase. Extreme pacifist. USA Babylon will fall. The plague of the world is falling. The filthy fiat dollars with them. Thank you. Jesus, keep calm and keep stacking. Yes, indeed. We want to keep on stacking. Hold on to what we've got for sure. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Shannon Harris, I bought that same exact year of the year coming up 3 years ago, this 4th of July. I paid $21.50 for it back in 2023. Way to go. Wow. Amazing how far the prices have come. That's less than half of what it is now. Or more than half of what it is now, rather. Yes, and Stack says, we all need to learn how to do business with the East. Sooner or later, this crooked Western paper white will give out its last breath while they pumped up balloon U.S. dollar. Well, I'll tell you what, so far it does seem like between the East and the West that the East is winning. It really does seem like that's the case for sure. All right, let's move on here. We've got, let's see, let's get into a comment from today. We got Tyler. I bought gold this morning. These are crazy times. In just a few hours, it can make a difference in these days. It sure can. You're right. Silver Heist. He's picked the title for this video, what it should have been. Plot twist. The Friday smack, silver smack up. That's right, Silver Heist. Way to go. He's really good at picking titles. And a little quote from Abraham Lincoln from Jesse J Studios. Says, you can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. That's exactly right. True that. The wise words from Abraham Lincoln. From our esteemed Jesse J Studios. All right. And let's do this. Come on. Merlin's Fire says here, love seeing new coins in your stack. The year of the tigers at the bottom, how looks cool. What's the shield near the middle of the top? With the whole row of the scales coin. Well, I don't remember, man. I have to go back and look in that. But yeah, there's a lot in there. They're kind of like pushed over. A lot of those are generic rounds or privately issued rounds, I like to call them. And so there's a bunch of different designs, but I don't know who makes some of those. All right, very good. Jim Winklebauer, I bought this morning. Had no idea the kind of jump was even on the horizon. Wow. Well, there you go. You timed that purchase just right. That's for sure. Indeed, you did. All right, let's see here. Let's get JB Skywater. March is delivery month for silver futures contracts. China would love to crash COMEX by demanding delivery on all the contracts they hold. If they can break COMEX, it would freeze our credit markets. They would love to crash our economy. Count on them demanding delivery and causing a squeeze at the minimum. I'm not a financial advisor. Sometimes I make stuff up, but I would count on silver to rise significantly. Well, they have a lot of tools in their belt to be able to prevent that from happening. All right, let's see here. All right. Yes, I do. And I don't think that's going to, I don't know how much influence that the Chinese have on the COMEX, but anyways, real Malik, I mean, as far as silver positions in play, but I don't know. Silver price under $700 is manipulation. As gold, the silver mining ratio is 1 to 7. You cannot and should not use the mining ratio to determine, or any fixed price ratios in the past to determine what the price should be. The actual price ratio is determined by the markets, and that's pretty much it. The mining ratio has nothing to do with the price ratio. They're completely and solely independent. If we were to use the price ratio as to what the price should be, Well, then basically platinum should be a whole heck of a lot higher than gold. And nobody talks about that because platinum is between 15 and 30 times more rare. All right, folks. Well, hey, we've had a good broadcast tonight. I did start early. And so got to head out. But hey, you guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. Please stay tuned for tomorrow morning's video. And also come back Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be a blast as we watch those markets open up in Asia. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful evening. Keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care.